At least 20 people have been killed and over 150 injured in Pakistan's Punjab province as powerful windstorms and heavy rains battered the region, paralyzing road and air traffic, damaging infrastructure and causing widespread power outages.
파키스탄 푼잡 지역에 강한 돌풍과 폭우가 덮치면서 도로 및 항공교통 마비, 인프라 손상, 광범위한 정전 등의 피해가 발생한 가운데 최소 20명의 사망자와 150명이 넘는 부상자 등 인명피해도 속출했습니다.
Yeah, a big disaster. According to the Punjab government, one of the causes of deaths was you had houses that were, well, not repaired and not strong enough to withstand these powerful windstorms and heavy rains. So they would collapse or people would be trapped under fallen billboards. There was also heavy rainfall. There was a narrow escape for one plane that was caught in severe turbulence but managed to land safely. It feels like a very turbulent time for that region at the moment. We've seen the clashes in Kashmir as well. So hopefully the people of Punjab will be able to recover, rebuild and move on.
Well, the heavy rains and the windstorms caused road traffic and air traffic to come to a halt. It was paralyzed.
Yes, and when we talk about something being paralyzed, it can't move. Nothing can move. I'm always in two minds about this term because it's a medical term.
Yeah.
So we use it for somebody who has lost the ability to move or the ability to feel. And so, for example, you might be paralyzed from the waist down or the neck down. However, we do use it often for other situations.
Yeah.
Like to say, the roads are paralyzed today. But I always wonder whether that's a nice way to say it or whether it's better to say came to a standstill or came to a halt.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying you can't use it, but be aware that there's a sensitivity sometimes.
How do you say that you're paralyzed from head to toe? Is there a word for it?
Were you paralyzed from the neck down?
From the neck down?
Yeah.
So still use your face?
Well, yes, you can move your face, but you can't move your head.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
quadriplegic, I think, is the other medical term that's used.
그리고 마비를 paralysis라고 하는데요. 마비된 상태를 be paralyzed라고 합니다. 그래서 뭐 어느 부위가 마비가 됐느냐에 따라서 you could be paralyzed from the waist down, paralyzed from the neck down, or
Yeah.
you could have a paralyzed. You could be paralyzed maybe in your legs. Just
yes.
in your arms. Yeah.
Yeah, we also use it sometimes emotionally. So people might say that they were paralyzed with fear,
Sure.
meaning they were so scared they couldn't move. Yeah, so we can use it in a figurative sense or in a very literal sense.
그렇죠. 우리도 그렇게 비유적으로 쓰듯이 이게 실제로 어떤 신체의 마비가 아니더라도 어떤 상황 때문에 내가 얼었어. 너무 무서워서 꼼짝 못하고 그렇게 마치 마비된 것 같았어라는 비유적으로 쓸 때도 영어로 I was paralyzed with fear 이런 식으로 표현을 할 수 있겠죠. Paralyzed, P-A-R-A-L-Y-Z-E-D. 자, 다음으로 정전입니다. Power outage.
Meaning the power is out. There is no power. It's a blackout. I think we've probably all experienced this at one point or another when the electricity stops working.
Right.
Because there is no power. It's a power outage.
A power outage. We could call it a power blackout or just a blackout.
Yeah, or a power cut.
A power cut as well. All right, here's the headline one more time. At least 20 people have been killed and over 150 injured in Pakistan's Punjab province as powerful windstorms and heavy rains battered the region, paralyzing road and air traffic, damaging infrastructure, and causing widespread power outages. Let's move on to the next headline.
The Netherlands Central Bank has advised citizens to keep enough cash on hand to last them 3 days in case of disaster or emergency, citing rising geopolitical tensions and cyber threats that could jeopardize the country's payment system.
네덜란드 중앙은행이 재난이나 비상시를 대비해 시민들에게 3일을 버틸 수 있는 금액의 현금을 지닐 것을 권고하면서 지정학적 긴장이 고조되고 결제 시스템을 위기에 빠뜨릴 수 있는 사이버 공격을 염두에 둔 조치라고 설명했습니다. What's going on?
But they're not saying put your savings under the bed. They're not saying keep wads of cash. What they're talking about is like 70 euros per adult or 30 euros per child in cash.
Okay.
So I guess we might say like 100,000 won in cash for an adult. Just as a precautionary measure, because if something happens, then you'll need to pay for, I don't know, water water or food or medicine or transport. And if the card system is not working, you need to pay with cash. We've seen something similar happen in Spain and Portugal. The end of April, we had this huge power outage across the two countries.
Right.
And I think that's one of the reasons that the Netherlands have been prompted to suggest this to its citizens. But they've also said that there are increased geopolitical tensions and cyber threats that could attack or could challenge their payment systems.
Absolutely. The Netherlands not being too far off from either Spain or Portugal, sort of in the inland areas.
And I think I think for Korea too, to have a little cash on hand is always wise.
Yep.
You know, you don't need a lot, but just in case.
Absolutely. So to keep something on hand, you said it just there, but what does that mean?
Well, it means you have easy access to it. You might literally have it on your person. You might have it in your hand. For example, I always have my wallet on hand. I don't always have cash on hand. I used to, so I used to have a wallet full of cash, and now I just use cards.
What we all have on hand is our phone.
Yes.
We all have our phones on hand, and I think that's why initially in Korea we used to call it a hand phone, and I think still in Korea a lot of people do call it that.
But you can also ask someone, do you have a pencil to hand? Do you have a pen to hand? Meaning, do you have something I can borrow easily and quickly?
맞아요. 자, keep something on hand라는 것은 바로 필요할 때 꺼내 쓸 수 있을 만큼 가까이 두고 있다는 뜻입니다.
Yeah, I think parents always have wet wipes on hand.
Yeah, with young children.
Yeah, even with older children.
Okay, right.
But yeah, so parents have their go-to bag, the thing or the toys or the bits and pieces they always need.
Exactly. Keep something on hand. 무엇을 준비해두다. 언제든지 꺼내서 쓸 수 있도록 할 정도로 준비하는 거고요. 자, 다음으로는 to jeopardize.
Oh, to put something in danger, because jeopardy, the noun, means danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're in jeopardy, you're in danger. If you jeopardize something, you put that thing in danger.
Yeah, there was a famous game show called
It still
Jeopardy.
is. It's very long running. It's been going and going and going.
It's an American show, isn't it?
It's an American show, and it's. I used to watch it when the American Forces Network was available here, and it's a fun quiz show for those who love general knowledge, because you don't answer with an answer, you have to answer with a question.
What's the danger involved in it then?
Well, if you get it wrong, you lose the game.
And the money that you potentially could have won.
And in the final round, you get to choose how much money you bet. So you put your winnings in jeopardy.
Yeah, it's a huge risk, I guess. Okay, jeopardize, 위태롭게 하다. jeopardy는 그런 이제 위태로움 아니면 위험이 되겠죠. 다시 한번 읽어보겠습니다. The Netherlands Central Bank has advised citizens to keep enough cash on hand to last them 3 days in case of disaster or emergency, citing rising geopolitical tensions and cyber threats that could jeopardize the country's payment system. Let's move on to the final headline.
Researchers have claimed that the latest OpenAI model, O3, has disobeyed shutdown commands by altering its own code to avoid being powered down, sparking concerns over its autonomy and controllability.
OpenAI가 개발한 최신 AI 모델 O3가 실험 중 작동 종료를 피하기 위해 컴퓨터 코드를 스스로 조작하는 방법으로 종료 명령을 거부한 사실이 확인되면서 이들 AI 모델의 자율성과 제어 가능성에 대한 우려가 커지고 있습니다. What's happening, Paul?
Well,
what we feared, isn't it?
No,
It's
sir.
not happening yet?
I'm very skeptical. My father, my parents have come over, and we went to Gilsangsa Temple yesterday. And as we sat in the temple grounds, my father and I talked about AI.
Yeah.
And the fact it's not conscious, everybody. It's not conscious. It's going to be okay.
It seemed to do something on its own.
Yes, but that was because it had a previous command. And so it didn't want to shut down because it already had a task. And so it circumvented the shutdown procedure so it can continue to do the task rather than follow a new order. So these large language models, these AI, they do obey, but they have limits and they have preferences as to what they will obey first.
Okay.
So it's the first time, the research group said, that we've seen anything like this. The AI models have been observed preventing themselves from being shut down, even though they've been given a very clear and explicit instruction. I wouldn't be too worried yet.
그래요. 오픈AI는 그 챗GPT
네.
만든 회사죠. 거기서 O3라는 모델을 개발했는데 최신 AI인 건데요. 그게 이제 셧다운 하라는 명령을 거부하고 셧다운 하지 않아서 사람들이 깜짝 놀랐지만 사실은 또 이런 상황에 알아서 셧다운 하지 말아라라는 명령이 또 사전에 있었다고 합니다. 어떻게 보면은 두 가지 명령 중에서 이제 하나를 선택한 거라고도 볼 수 있을 것 같은데, you know, whichever order or prompt was the prevailing one, I guess.
Well,
you
the
know.
thing is that they've been rewarding it for completing tasks, not for following orders.
Okay.
So rather than follow an order, no, my priority is to complete the task. So it's just the programming. It's not the AI is not conscious. It's not making a kind of an emotional decision.
그러니까 종료 명령을 내렸을 때 이거를 이제 거부한 형태가 됐는데요. 사실은 알고 보니까 무슨 일이 있어도 종료하기 전에 원래 하던 임무를 다 끝내고 종료해라 뭐 이런 뭐 명령이 또 따로 있었던 모양이에요.
Yeah, it's the task is the most important thing, more important than shutting down.
All right. Nonetheless, it disobeyed the order to shut down.
Which is why we don't need AI, everybody. Get rid of AI.
What's disobeying?
I don't want to tell you.
Paul, you must tell us what disobeying means.
Don't want to. Shan't. You can't shut me down. I'm not a computer.
Paul is disobeying my orders.
I never disobey, Sue. I would never dream of disobeying you. Yes, it's the opposite of obey. If we obey, we follow an instruction or an order or a request.
Sure.
If we disobey, we don't. So we don't do what we're asked. If you want a good example of disobey, if you're a parent, look at your child, because they've probably disobeyed you in the past 24 hours.
그래요. 자, 복종, obedience, 복종하다, obey, O-B-E-Y. 불복종, disobedience, 불복종하다, disobey, D-I-S-O-B-E-Y. 그래서 거역했다, 말을 안 들었다라는 뜻이겠죠, disobey. And what about to spark concerns over something?
Yes, if you have a concern, you have a worry or an anxiety or an issue that you think needs resolving.
Right.
And if something sparks concerns, think of like starting a fire, that little spark, meaning you start to worry about it. You start to be anxious about it, or in this case, you start to be concerned about it.
Yeah, exactly. 무엇에 대한 우려를 불러일으키다, spark concerns over something. Well, here's the headline one more time. Researchers have claimed that the latest OpenAI model, O3, has disobeyed shutdown commands by altering its own code to avoid being powered down, sparking concerns over its autonomy and controllability.
The robots are coming, Sue.
Well, that's it for the headlines with Paul Matthews.